One of my favorite sayings is happiness is positive cash flow. So most people watching this video are not in a position where their business is on the edge of disappearing because of cash. In fact, most who watch this video are likely pretty successful. That's one problem with cash flow. It has nothing to do with profit, or at least not all that much. So here are some things that might ruin your day. Getting a phone call from suppliers wanting to know when they're going to get paid is something I don't want to have happen to you. It happened to me, and I can tell you it was no fun. When I first got into business, I didn't know how to read a cash flow statement and didn't understand that having profits wasn't the same thing as having enough cash. So when the phone started ringing and suppliers were demanding payment, I thought the end was near. I had grown too fast and used all the cash I could find. The worst part was I did not even know this was happening to me. So you need to make sure you don't run out of cash. The moral of the story is to know where you stand with your cash at all times. I believe the reason too many businesses go out of business is because they run out of cash and not because their business isn't a good one. And not only do they run out of cash, but they also don't have the ability to raise more cash. And the worst part is they could be profitable while doing this. So let me tell you a story about what happened to me when I was a young person in business and I was really successful. We were growing really fast and the banks loved me and my suppliers loved me and kept lending me more and more and more business. Now we were profitable. We were making a couple $100,000 a year, which was really good profits back then. But the problem was my principal payments were about $300,000 or $400,000. And I didn't know that principal payments don't show up on your profit and loss statement. I'm going to bet there's a lot of you who don't know that either. So the truth is, I was profitable. We were growing like crazy. The business was solid. Our customers were happy. But the banks and my suppliers weren't because I had to pay them. There wasn't enough profit for me to do so. And the phone started ringing and it started ringing and it started ringing. And all these people wanted to be paid. What a surprise. Now, I also had an embezzlement problem going on at the same time, which is a different story. But the truth was we were growing, we were profitable, and we were about to run out of cash. And I really didn't know where to turn. So you don't want to be like the younger me. This is why you need to understand your cash flow needs and make sure you never outgrow them. If you do, you might find that all those friendly folks who love to lend you money are not so friendly anymore. So this is where having a predictive dashboard is a big deal. If you don't have a way to know that you're about to run out of cash, you're going to have some really bad surprises at one time in your life or maybe even more than one time. So you want to work on this well before you need to. If you find that your cash is dwindling, you can't wait to the last minute before doing something about it. Disappearing cash is not something to take lightly. And when I say disappearing cash, I mean disappearing cash flow. You can't wait till tomorrow. You got to deal with it today. Remember, cash is king, and you must pay homage to the king at all times. This isn't one of those nice to do things. It's crucial to pay attention to. This is especially true when your business is booming and you're growing like crazy. So by definition, new businesses are growing quickly. I've seen seasoned businesses go from slow growth to fast growth, and before those businesses knew it, they were short on cash. Most of the time they could work their way out of it, and sometimes, unfortunately, there was a forced sale involved. You don't want to be in the group that has a forced sale. So here's why you need to have a great dashboard in your company. So the best way I know not to get surprised by cash issues is to have a predictive dashboard. This dashboard should tell you what's likely to happen in your business over the next 90 to 120 days. That way, if you see signals your cash is about to get tight, you have time to do something about it. We've talked about dashboards in lots of videos. If you want to watch some of them, click on the link below this video. So why is excess cash important in the first place? Other than the obvious that a business can't run without cash, there is having an economically sustainable business. That means you've filled the 4 buckets of profit. And this is what great cash flow will do. And here are the buckets that you need to go over again. Number 1, having enough money available for a great lifestyle. This is where you should always start. 2, have enough money for an emergency fund so your business can last for 6 months if your cash flow dries up. Now, we're going to have recessions in the world, and if you're not prepared and don't have cash, you just might find the places that were glad to loan you money stop being glad to loan you money. Number 3, have enough available cash for a fully funded growth program. Remember, no lender is going to fund 100% of your growth. You have to kick some in yourself, and you have to have the ability to repay that loan from your cash flow, knowing that it's not going to be on your profit and loss statement. And number 4, having enough cash for a fully funded financial freedom fund. This is so you can leave your business on your terms when you want to. Not many businesses can be sold and have the owner ride off into the future without doing this. If you want learn more about this, you must talk to me. And I would love to have a conversation about what having enough cash in your business means. If you're interested, contact me at jpatrick@stage2planning.com. That's the number 2 to set up a time to talk. And while you're at it, scroll down, let me know what you think about putting systems in place that will ensure that you never run out of cash. Hey, this is Josh Patrick. You're at The Sustainable Business. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I hope to see you back here really soon.